morning, students. Now I'm going to take a topic that is satellite communication, right? So we are communicating with the help of satellite nowadays, right? So satellite is a essential one. Okay. Now shall we go to the topic? Okay. So before that, just small uh, introduction. Yes, we are going to discuss following topics: introduction of satellite communication, history, how does a satellite works, and types of satellite and their applications, and satellite orbit and types of satellite orbit in summary. Okay. Yes. Yes, small introduction. See the first point. The use of satellite in communication system has become very common. Yes, nowadays, right? A communication satellite is a station in space that is used for telecommunication, radio communication, and uh, television signals. The construction and launch of cost of satellites are extremely high. Is very extremely high. Clear? Yes. So what is a communication satellite? So a satellite is an object that orbits another large object like planet. So if I'm asking one question, what is satellite? Is immediately you can say satellite is an artificial object. That object revolve around the earth. Yes, that is in 24 into 7. Okay, and this is the what satellite. But see the second point, a communication satellite is a station in space that is used for telecommunication, radio and television signals. The first satellite with radio transmitter was in 1957, right? And types of satellite. Yes, there are yes many satellite based on purpose we categorized. See the types of satellite. The satellites are divided into four major categories. The categories are communication satellite. Communication under this title, all the communication, telecommunication, mobile communication, TV, all the communications, satellite phones, these are all under and communication satellite. And the weather satellites, the weather informations, and these are all from the weather satellites. And remote sensing satellites, video conferencing, these are all under remote sensing satellites. And scientific satellites, for research purpose we used this scientific satellites. Okay. Additional information for communication satellite. So geostationary satellites, when used for the communication application, are called communication satellite. Geostationary satellites, see the first point, geostationary satellites. These satellites are carried by GSLV, that is geostationary stationary launching vehicle, that is GSLV. Okay, the same way if you go to that polar satellites, that polar satellites revolving around the earth from north pole to south pole, that polar satellites are carried by PSLV, that is polar satellite launching vehicle. Got it? Okay. Next, see the second point. They are used in such applications are TV transmission and military applications and commercial applications, etc. At the same time, international telecommunication satellite is nothing but Intelsat, is often used in satellite communication, and more than 140 nations are interconnected via Intelsat. What is Intel? Intel is nothing but international telecommunication satellite system to use for communicating, yes, for computer data and TV signals, etc. Next, this is the satellite networks. See that. So we are connecting with the satellite. For example, is apartment buildings, gas stations, branch offices, corporate offices, residential. Yes, these are all connected. So just we are linked with antennas. because we have one transmitter antenna and receiving antenna. Just we are send the signals to the satellite, and the satellite receive the signals and send back to the same receiver. Okay, this is a simple diagram for a satellite network. Applications of satellite communications. Yes, we know that n number of applications for satellite communication. Yes, this is a few applications, right? The communication of video signal, audio signals like telephones, satellite phones, and computer datas, and to gain meteorological or weather informations. That is weather informations, whether today is a rainy day or sunny day. So therefore weather informations. And it is used to monitor the status of earth resources such as land, forest, and the oceans. Yes, the density of forest will find out with the help of what satellite communications, right? And the is last one is to spot our yes mineral resources and polluted areas, sources of pollution, crops, lakes, and rivers. So these information with the help of satellite, right? Uses of satellite. Apart from that, uses of satellite, it is used in military communications, telecommunication, satellite phone, VSAT, that is very small, yes, aperture terminal, cable TV, DBS, direct broadcast satellite TV with antenna, that means DTH. Okay, and the next one is GPS. We know that global positioning system, satellite internet, weather forecasting, photography. Yes, GIS, geographical information system. Yes, and X-ray and infrared view of universe, navigation purpose. So in navigation purpose we use satellites, yes, in ships and is aircraft. Okay, and deep space exploration. This is the uses of what? Satellites. Again, so this is for diagram is for understanding purpose. So with the help of satellite, see that weather forecasting, telephone, televisions, radio, GPS, internet. Yes, for security purpose we use the satellite. Again, see the first point, the radio broadcasting and voice communications, and TV broadcasting such as direct to home, that is DTH, I already said. And see the third point, internet applications such as providing internet connections for data transfer, and the GPS applications, internet surfing, etc. Okay, and next, it is used in military application and navigation purpose. So most of the satellites are used for only the military applications and navigations, right? Okay, and the remote sensing applications, and weather condition monitoring and forecasting. Yes. Advantages of satellites, right? High bandwidth, and it coverage over a large geographical area, and can be cheaper over long distances, and the superior performances, uh, imminency, and scalability, and versatility, right? So this is the advantages of what? Satellite. And disadvantages, see that huge initial cost, and noise and interference, propagation delay, conjunction of frequency and orbit, space pollution. If you go to space, there are n number of electronic waste is there. So that's why we called is space pollution. So nowadays space is almost polluted. Okay, and the next one is ocean pollution. Okay, so this is the advantages of what? Satellites. Okay, shall I go to the next topic? The next topic is optical fiber communication. Yes, we called as OFC. O means optical, and F means fiber, and C means what? Cable. That is optical fiber cable communication. Yes, with the help of optical cables. Okay, shall we go to the topic? Yes, so what is optical fiber? See the first point. An optical fiber is a hair thin cylindrical fiber of glass or any transparent dielectric medium. Yes, like this. See the picture. So this is optical fiber. Okay. And see the second point. The fiber which are used for optical communication are waveguides made of transparent dielectrics. Transparent dielectrics. Okay. And next, it is function is to guide visible and infrared light over long distance. Which distance? Over a long distance. Okay. Is classification of optical fiber. So on the basis of modes of propagation, the optical fiber are classified into two types. That is, one is SMF and another one is MEMF. SEMF means single mode fiber. Which mode fiber? Single mode fiber. That means when the light enter to the single mode fiber, it travel like this. Okay, but if you go to that MMF, that is multi-mode fiber. See that? So this is the multi-mode fiber. So inside that fiber, total internal reflection principle is used. Okay. Yes. Different types of fibers and their properties. So based on the fiber used communication, they are classified into two. One is step index fiber. Under the step index fiber, single mode and multi mode. And second is category is graded index fiber. In that graded index fiber, there is only one mode, that is what? Multi mode is fibers. Okay. Yes, principle. I already said one principle used in is optical fiber communication, that is total internal reflection. So here, the principle of light propagation through a fiber. See the working of what optical fiber. I'll tell you. So listen, when the light ray is incident on interface between two medium having different indices at an angle is greater than critical angle, then the light get totally internally reflected within the medium of high refractive index. For example, so this is air and this is water. It has refractive index n1 and n2. When the light incident on the surface is greater than critical angle, it reflected back into the same medium. So this is total internal reflection. Okay. Yes, that's why I see that n1 is the refractive index of first medium, n2 is the refractive index of second medium, and pi 1 is that angle of inclination. Yes, angle of what? Inclination. Okay. So what is the principle used in fiber optic communication? In that is the fiber cables, that is total internal reflection, right? Yes, optical fiber communications. Okay. The most frequently used light source in optical communication is laser light. So laser light only using in optical fiber cables, right? Okay. Why we use a laser as a light source, and other lights are not suitable for communication in optical fiber. Okay, that's why we use only particularly laser light. Yes, because of it has monochromatic. Monochromatic means suitable for elimination of white noise. Okay, and it is a coherent. Coherent means suitable for coherent detection. Yes, uh, it has high power, that is improved signal to noise ratio, and it has small divergence, and this divergence improve the efficiency of transmission, and it has small source size suitable for use with optical fibers, right? Yes, so this is that exact photo of fiber optical cable. This cable is consist of four layers. Yes, consists of four layer. The center layer only what? Core. Yes, and the core is surrounded by a one layer, that is cladding. This cladding is surrounded by buffer, and this buffer is surrounded by jacket. Yes, so the core almost, yes, diameter is 8 micrometer, and the cladding around 125 micrometer, and buffer, yes, diameter 250 micrometer, and jacket is made up of thick plastic, PVP, to protect all the three layers, right? This thickness around 400 micrometer, right? Yes, come to the core. So core is made up of glass or plastic with a higher index of refraction than the cladding. Yes, it carry the signal, right? It carry the signal. So core only carry the signals. So inside the core, total internal reflection principle is used. Okay. Now the second one is cladding. So cladding is made up of glass or plastic with lower index of refraction than the core. Yes, and third one is a buffer. It is made up of, it protect the fiber from the damage and moisture, and also it gives the flexibility of this cable. Yes, the buffer give the flexibility, yes, of the optical fiber cable. Okay, and the last layer is jacket. Yes, we called as uh, is outer jacket. So this jacket hold one or more fiber in a cable. Yes, it gives the, is what, exact what protection. Yes, okay, so these are the main four parts in optical fiber cable. Yes, advantages of optical fiber communications. See that advantages: increased bandwidth and channel capacity, low signal attenuation, immune to noise, no crosstalks. Yes, there is no signals are interfere to the communication. That's why no crosstalk. And next is lower bit error rates, signal security, electrical isolation, and reduced size and weight of the cables, and radiation resistance and environmental friendly, and resistance to temperature variations, etc. So these are the main advantages of optical fiber communication. Next, disadvantages of optical fiber. Yes, disadvantages: the terminating equipments is still costly as compared to the copper equipment. Okay, the second one is it is a delight, so has had to be handled carefully. The last mile is still not totally is fiberized due to the costly subscriber premises equipment. Okay, and the fourth point is communication is not totally in optical domain, so repeated electrical and optical, again electrical conversion is needed. At the same time, optical amplifiers, splitters, and DMX mux are still developed stages, right? And tapping it is not possible, and specialized equipment is needed to tap a fiber, right? And optical fiber splicing is a specialized technique and needs expertly trained manpower. Okay, and that the splicing and testing equipments are very expensive as compared to copper equipments. This is the disadvantages of optical fiber cables, right? Applications of optical fibers. Yes, it is used long distance communications backbones, and inter exchange junctions, and video transmissions. That is all the CCTV camera cables are optical fiber cables, right? And broadband services, computer data communications. That is uh, networking cables are made up of fiber cables, right? And high EMI areas, okay, and military applications, and non-communication applications like sensors. Okay, so extra applications in the optical fiber cables used in telecommunication, Again, long distance telecommunication, inter-exchange junction, that is fiber in the loop, FITL. Yes, video transmission, television broadcast, cable television, remote sensing, okay, and broadband services. Provisioning broadband services such as video request service, home study courses, medical facilities, and train timetables, and etc. Okay, and next is high EMI areas. That means can be laid along railway track through power substations and can be suspended directly from the power line towers or pulses. Okay, that is high EMA areas. The next one is mainly military applications and non-communication fiber optic. That means fiber sensors. So this is the traditional applications of optic fiber communications, right? The next topic is radar communication. What is radar? So radar is that one of the, yes, which one? Communication system. Okay, so radar means radio detection and ranging. So in radar we used radio waves. That means radio pulses, right? Shall we go to the topic? Yes, just a small introduction is about radar. So radar is a radio detection and ranging. Okay, so radar is object detection system that used radio waves to determine the range, angle, or velocity of object, right? Next, a radar system consists of transmitter producing electromagnetic waves in the radio or microwaves domain, and a transmitting antenna, a receiving antenna, and a receiver and a processor to determine the properties of the object. Okay, and the radar was developed is secretly for military use by several nations in the period before during the World War II, that is in 1942. Okay, yes, so what is radar? Come to what is radar. Radar is nothing but radio detection and ranging, right? So an object detection system that transmit the electromagnetic wave and analyzes the echo coming from the objects. Okay, and the German inventor, yes, Christian Halsmeyer, built a simple chip detection device intended to help avoid the collisions in fog which worked in a short distance. Okay, yes, history. Bats use a basic form of radar. See the picture. Yes, to produce the microwaves and is reflected. See that they can send sound waves that reflect off an object, just electric radar systems. Okay, so this is the exact yes working networks. This is antenna transmitting pulses. That means the antenna transmit the radio pulses and through the space, and that radio pulses hit the target, and target, yes, it is made up of steel. That's why the radio pulses are reflected and receive the antenna, and this antenna receive this radio pulses, and with the help of electronic devices we can analyze the what is the object and size of the object and range of the object, etc. Okay, next, see that radar observables. With the help of radar we can yes find the target range and target angles and target size and target speed and the target features, that is imaging. Yes, exact image of what, which one? Exact image of targets. Okay, and yes, working of radar. So this is the range, this is the radar. Yes, this is the radar antenna. So the radio pulses are transmitted, and this is target, again reflected by the target, and the reflected pulse received by the same antenna, and is with the help of electronic circuit we can find the range and remaining details of the object. Okay, and see, this is target range find out with the help of one small formula, the formula c tau divided by 2. So c is nothing but speed of light, and tau is nothing but round trip time. Which one? Round trip time. Yes, that is a timer. We called as what's a timer, time taken by the pulse uh, returning is to the receiver. Yes, radar principle. So come to that. This picture. See that this is antenna, radar antenna. So this antenna consists of transmitter and receiver. Okay, so the transmitter transmits the signals to the space, that is pulses, and the pulses travel through the space and it's another target, and return is to the same antenna, and that time the antenna act as a receiver, and this receiver receive the signals and send to the electronic circuits. Okay, now come to this one. Transmitter generate and transmit electromagnetic waves, that means radio pulses. Okay, and a portion of it is reflected back by the target. Okay, and the radiated portion is collected by the radar antenna and processed, and one antenna can be used for both transmission and reception means what? Receiver. Yes, so the uh, during the receiving process it is received the signals and processed with the help of electronic circuits, right? Yes, another diagram. This is for military purpose. Primary surveillance radar, PSR, we called as PSR. So for surveillance used in defense side, preliminary surveillance radar. Yes, so this is that working of that radar. Okay, yes, basic parts and design of radar I already said. Yes, transmitter, stabilizer, receiver, radar antenna, and indicator. Yes, see that transmitter transmit the radio pulses, and stabilizer and receiver and display. Yes, displays the radar screen. Displays what? Radar screen. Indicator to indicate that object. Yes. Applications, right? So the radar is used in air traffic control in airports and aircraft navigation, and ship safety, remote sensing, law enforcement, and military purpose. Most of the radar systems used in military purpose. Okay, so this side their frequency, and this side their characteristics, and this side applications. So applications maybe that OTH radar, search radar, and multifunction radar, tracking radar, airborne radar. So this tracking and airborne radars are used in military side, and short range radar, and precision guidance radar, space to space radar. Yes. Okay. Yes, applications. Navigational aid on ground and sea, and radar altimeters is used in military side, and radar blind lander is used in aircraft, that is aircraft landing during poor visibility. Yes, and airborne radar for satellite surveillance. And next one is space application, like planetary observations, so we can observe the planetary motions also. Okay, and police radars, it is used in law enforcement and highway safety. Okay, and radars for determining speed of moving targets, and it is used remote sensing, that means weather monitoring, and is used in air traffic control, that is ATC, and aircraft safety. So all the airport have one control room, that is air traffic control. So with the help of the control only we can guide that planes, that is aircraft. Okay, the next one is ship safety, and last one is non-contact method of speed and distance in industry. Yes, this is the applications of radar. Advantages of military radar, because most of the radars used in military side, that's why advantages of military radars. See the first one, all the weather day and night capability, multiple target handling and enhance engagement capability, and short and fast reaction time between target detection and ready to fire moment. Yes, that's why we used radars. And it is easy to operate and hence low manning requirements and stress reduction under survey conditions. Okay, the next is highly mobile system and to be used in all kind of terrain. Yes, and yes, I'm going to conclude. Yes, see that radar is used to find velocity, range and position of object. And advantages of radar is that it provides superior yes penetration capability through an any type of weather conditions. And LIDAR, what is LIDAR? It is advanced lidar, we call it as lidar. It is advanced type of radar which is used in visible light from the laser. So with the help of laser, yes, that is laser detection and ranging, that's why lidar. Yes, that is lidar. Okay, okay students, so today, yes, class is over. Yes, will you see on next video? Yes, so these topics are is very important topics. At the same time it's useful for your higher studies. Okay students, okay, thank you.